Hey folks, welcome back to MusicalConman plays Slay the Spire. We've got another silent run coming up. Let's get straight into it. Relic, gold, boss relic, transform. I really like the 250 gold, and I really like the common relic. It does look like an early shop could be in the cards. This path is kind of a shame because we go to a shop and then we go to another shop right afterwards. If we went this way, we could go shop, campfire, elite. There's a lot of hallway fights in the middle part of this act here, huh? Probably like to get to this campfire, then maybe this campfire, this elite. So we could get to this shop and then decide what comes next. But if we take a bunch of damage, that does limit our ability to take elites. But if we went campfire, elite, campfire, that's not too bad. I'm okay with that. Let's see what we get. So a bunch of money. And start at this node. Just gotta make it through a couple fights without dying. Neutralize is a good start. And let's just double defend here. It's not blocking, so hopefully we can hit it next turn. Would have liked to draw another strike this turn, considering I've got an extra energy we don't get to use. But it's how it goes. I'm going to take 2 damage here in order to deal 6. A defensive hand for a turn where we'd like to attack. Yeah, okay. Well, it's got more block than we can get through, so let's do more block than it can get through. And this seems like a good turn. Just give me some attacks. And there we go. Good jawworm fight. Didn't get hit that much. I'll take a poison stab. Right now we're just looking for damage. And poison stab does that. It's better than strike. And that's all we're really looking for right now to get through these Act 1 fights. Here I'm just playing my best damage cards and then fully blocking with 1 card because it seems like a reasonable plan. Another poison stab, and if we strike, it is done. Pretty decent potion. I'll take another poison stab. That helps out a lot with some elites. Do we ever go to this elite? Even if we do this hallway fight first. So let's go to an event. We're about to go to a shop. So do we want the HP, or do we want to just buy a relic for the price of a card remove? Let's do that. And anchor is very nice. Ooh, a glass knife is excellent at this point in the game. So let's remove the regret. Get a... Now we could also get a mercury hourglass. We could get a glass knife and a sling of courage. And then try and go elite hunting. I kind of like that. It's a little bold, but if we grab an extra potion here, I'll say a weak potion. We don't have a ton of HP, but I think we can give it a shot. I like face trading. Alright, start each combat with 1 weak. We got a bad trade. Despite that, I think we still want to give this a shot. Having 2 strength against elites and a glass knife, I think will get us through. Alright, this turn we are weak, and we have bad cards, so let's not do it this turn. This turn we have poison, and we're not weak, and we have good cards. So this turn this will deal 20 damage. Next time we do it, it'll do 8 twice. For 16. Poison is important. Let's go ahead and put some weak on these big attacks. I'm gonna say we could strike, but survive or defend. I think we're gonna be able to kill it before its next phase, but let's think about what it takes to make that happen. It takes 5 this turn. We play the next glass knife for 16. We play the poison stab for 8 and another 3 per turn. Too much math, and I think this is the best play for a variety of options. So we'll definitely keep the weak going. Play one of the defends, play one of the strikes, and it's just a matter of, do we need another strike, or can we afford to defend here? If we do this, it goes to 44, then down to 40. Then next turn, we do 8, 16, 32, plus 3 poison, we'll put it at 6, so 38 damage next turn, guaranteed, and it's not attacking next turn. So that means we can block and still feel pretty confident we'll kill it the turn after. We just need to draw 10 damage, and it's debuffing our strength, but we had +2 to start with. Glass Knife, and that. Also, it had poison, so we only had to do 5 damage. Preserved Insect and Sling of Courage. So less HP and more strength. Says big elite hunting to me. Backstab is an attack that we can always play on turn 1, which is especially bad with weak on turn 1. I'll grab a Doppelganger. If we're going to go this way, we can do 2 elites. And there's a campfire right after the elite. So let's upgrade a Glass Knife to deal 24 damage, or against elites, 28 damage. Unfortunately, 20 this turn. But let's put that there. Put these... I think we just use the explosive potion here. Keep those nasty dazes out of our deck. Get that down to 8 health. And next turn, a single strike will do it. And that should get this Sentries fight pretty much dealt with. Take 5 damage. Pretty okay with that, as elite fights go. 2 skill upgrades. I'll take a Deadly Poison, especially with a chance to upgrade it. No luck, but our defense has gone up a notch. Both of these paths are identical, so we're always going to the left one here. Bronze Scales is a very nice relic, and I don't see any reason to ever go to this elite when we can do this one. I'm kind of feeling upgrade here. We're fighting either Gremlin Knob or Lagavulin. We no longer have our weak potion. Against Lagavulin, Deadly Poison would be the upgrade. Against Gremlin Knob, it's either Poison Stab or Neutralize. Since we no longer have a weak potion, I think a Neutralize upgrade serves us pretty well. I think our offense is going to take these out pretty strong. Alright. Hit each of them once and put some poison on this one. Oh, I could have put it on that one, because it would have been 5 poison this turn plus 4 next turn, and the Thorns was going to take it down to 9. But it's not a super important difference, because they're both dead this turn. That wasn't even a hard hallway fight, that was just a normal hallway fight, and we're pretty good at those at this point. With 2 poison stabs and a glass knife, I don't really think we need another 1-cost attack. All-out attack would be great if we were worried about fighting sentries here, but we just fought sentries, so we know that's not it. We could take an eviscerate. I might take an eviscerate just because it does scale with strength against elites. So 8 damage 3 times, goes up to 10 damage 3 times. That could be relevant for killing Gremlin Knob. Glass Knife Plus is going to deal 28 damage. But I want to be certain we can kill it, because I do want to fight this elite. Alright, it's like a Bullen, so we got time to set up some good poison. We could apply 8 poison. It's not going to get much better than that, except maybe with a lucky Doppelganger. And that Preserved Insect is really going to make short work of this. We just need to block here. There's 28 damage. Defend, and Let's just do a doppelganger. I really don't think damage is going to be our concern against this. We just have to live. So we'll do a neutralize, another defend, a poison stab, strike, strike. We'll take another 10 damage. Just kidding. It's dead. Blood vial is nice healing. Are we strong enough to take a backflip? I'm going to say just barely yes. I don't know if it helps us right now, but it's an investment. I could upgrade, or I could remove a strike. Might be good to remove a strike here. Our best upgrade would probably just be deadly poison or poison stab. And I think we're doing all right on damage. If we remove a strike, we draw our poison cards more often. I think we can definitely fight these. With a glass knife plus, we ought to be in pretty decent shape. Alright, well, fine getting rid of those. Alright, if we could deal 18 and then 22 damage to this, or this. If we do this, we can either kill it with an attack, or it can die to thorns, depending on how the turn looks. We can block for 11. And what I like about this is we'll block for 11, then it'll die to thorns before it gets the attack buff. Well, no, that's because then that attacks for a bunch, so we still need to kill it. Never mind, it doesn't work like that. Let's just drop a strike here. This is 9 this turn and 11 over the next 2 turns. This is 9 over the next 2 turns. But, yeah. Alright. These are both going to have strength, and this one's a little lower on health. So let's keep it going a little lower. And I'm going to use an Essence of Steel here, just to protect a little bit of health every turn. Okay. Make that weak. We could deal 12 damage and 3 poison here. Seems like about as good as we're gonna get. I'm glad we used the Essence of Steel, because we would be in trouble. But that's the fight. We will have to heal before we fight Guardian, but we get an extra relic here. And we get a weak potion, which is nice. Leg sweep. Big plus. I'm not going to chance going into Guardian with 7 health. We're doing fine, but we're not doing that fine. Making it weak next turn is a plus. Applying poison seems good. We can deal 18 damage, but the problem is that permanently makes our glass knife less good. And we can glass knife. We're probably going to glass knife a couple times during this fight. Let's just get some more cards next turn. Wow. A lot of strikes. Alright, well we're not... Well, I see. This is 30 damage plus 7 poison, but it has 41 health. So we're not going to get through that. So let's block as much as we can. We'll take 11 and get that poison damage up a little bigger. If we do this, it'll take 15 this turn. If we backflip, we'll reshuffle a new draw pile without the Eviscerate, but also without these 4 defensive cards. I would really like to draw these 4 defensive cards next turn. Wait, not next turn. Yeah, because we haven't even split it yet. Okay, so we could deal 12 damage. It debuffed us and gave us a bunch of weak. We could fully block this, but it doesn't matter because it's doomed. The poison will split it. Deadly Poison, defend, defend. We are vulnerable this turn. It's going to be doing a big attack next turn. We have a leg sweep and a survivor plus. I'm thinking about whether we want to use a weak potion this turn. It's doing a big attack the next 3 turns, so 3 weak seems like a good thing to have. Okay. And survivor and either poison stab or probably just glass knife. Applying 2 more weak would be great, but we do have a neutralize plus next turn. So let's just block. We'll fully block despite the 4 sharp hide damage. And this deals 9. Well, it deals 6 plus 3 per turn. This deals 24 right now. So it'd have to be 6 turns before that's better. Alright, let's grab a backflip. Survivor for full block, and glass knife for another 20. So now this thing is very close to a really nice split. Next turn, next couple turns we've got defends. So next turn it would attack us for 10, that goes down to 8, then the following turn it'll attack us for 16. Worst case scenario, we full block next turn and then take 16 the following turn. So we never die here before its next wake up. So I'm okay with not applying extra weak. Let's just get as much poison as possible. Alright, take 1 to deal 6. So it's taking 22 this turn plus 21 next turn. That's 43 damage. So if we can deal 16 damage, we can kill it. So if we strike this turn, and it's going to take some thorns damage here, we just need to deal 7 damage, and glass knife will do it. So let's block up and pop it. Good guardian fight. We could take an Venom for more poison scaling. I'm kind of into that. We could take a Storm of Steel. Basically just because we have extra strength against elites, so they're kind of like shield pluses. But I don't think that's a good reason. It's in Venom or skip, and I'm going to say it's in Venom. Transform 4 strikes and 5 defends, one of which is upgraded. Get a curse and 3 relics, or energy when we discard. Now we only have Survivor that discards. We do have Eviscerate that benefits from discards. But I think it's either Pandora's Box or Calling Bell. So Pandora's Box is one of the reasons it might have been nice to upgrade something instead of removing a strike, but we didn't know we'd get Pandora's Box, and removing a strike helped us more against that boss fight. We could get a curse and 3 relics, or energy sometimes. If I take Hovering Kite, I'm going to feel like I have to take in future card choices, I'm going to feel like I have to take everything that says discard on it, regardless of whether it's good. That's one issue. We've got some pretty good strike replacements. We've got 2 decent defend replacements, plus a survivor plus. I'm going to say Pandora's Box is fairly safe. Let's give it a shot. Alright, we got another backflip. We got another die. So we got some strike replacements, basically. We traded 4 strikes for better attacks. We got a lot less defense. We got another doppelganger. We got a choke, which is kind of interesting. Dagger spray, flying knee, blade dance, flechettes. So we're a little short on defense now. But we've got a lot of card draw. With infinite blades, blade dance, and venom. We do have a sort of attacks, flechettes, dagger spray, eviscerate. We do have a sort of play of a lot of attacks thing going on. Apply a lot of poison. Mini events is good. With Sling of Courage and Preserved Insect, elites are probably pretty decent. We'd go 3 elite path if we go this way. Or this way, but this way has more campfires. So let's start out with some events. Alright. Good turn for a leg sweep, methinks. That does not get through the block. We do have a lot of block already, but not enough to not apply weak. Do we want to draw cards? Our deck is okay to keep, I guess. Alright. Start with one of these, and a little poison and a doppelganger. So we'll take 9. We could choke Survivor and either die or poison stab. Is the Infinite Blades good here? It has that plated armor. This does help us get through the plated armor, but I think we're always playing choke. This deals 11, no, it deals 12 over the next 2 turns, and we're never killing this turn, or 13 right now. We're always doing this. Or Infinite Blades, which is 4 per turn, which is kind of slow. Let's just keep the poison train rolling. I don't think we're going to kill it next turn, which makes poison stab better than die. I would have loved to be wrong, but I'm not. Do I want to draw an extra card or get a shiv next turn? An extra card and an extra energy is probably better than 1 shiv. Every card in our deck is probably better than a shiv. Okay. Took some damage. We could take another Infinite Blades. We could take a Prepared. I'm not that excited about a Prepared. Or a Blade Dance, or an Infinite Blades. Let's skip. Lots of money, but regret, and then we have to get to this shop, and then I guess we try for the Super Elite. But if we don't go to the shop, we have 2 campfires. If we're going elite hunting, I'd like campfires. Let's get some money. And hey, here's a shop. Well, you learn. There's an orrery. There's also a question card. Question card would be very strong if we could take it and live, but it doesn't help us kill these elites that we're about to fight. Whetstone would help us murder. I think Dodge Roll might be a good choice, and if we buy that and question card, that's 326. We cannot quite afford that. Buy a question card and a vulnerable potion. 321. But, I mean, this lets us see 1 extra card at every card choice. This lets us see 15 cards right now. Because we see, 3 cards 5 times. This has to be better than question card, right? Like, if we could buy them together, it would be incredible, but we can't. Let's get an orrery and see how it's looking. Piercing Well could be good. Probably not. Prepared Plus? Maybe, yeah. Cloak and Dagger seems excellent. We really need that. It's a replacement for our missing defense. Piercing Wail will also help with that. And we could take a dagger throw. We've got 2 chances to take a dagger throw. How many dagger throws do we want in our deck? Probably none of them. Like, it's fine with Eviscerate, but we're not taking things because of Eviscerate. Eviscerate was sort of an experiment that did not end up being necessary. I'm going to say we take a dodge and roll and a potion. We could also remove a strike. How many events are we going to? Not many. Or potentially not any more this act. Wait, we already removed all our strikes. What am I doing? We could remove a Flechettes. But it's probably better just to get some stuff. Take a dodge and roll. And if your potion seems really good with our whole aggressive elite killing thing, we could take a Sucker Punch. But we won't. Blood Vial is going to help us out here. I think getting an Envenom started is pretty good. The alternative is to deal a little extra damage, but we're weak this turn. So let's do this. Okay. Let's just do some damage. I don't think Choke is worth it here. This blocks for 8. I think that's worth a daze. Yikes. Okay, get a Neutralize going. Draw some cards. Draw some more cards. I want that Survivor Plus. Piercing Wail is also okay. We've got poison on it. I think we should just defend this turn. Alright, so next turn sucks, but there is a Survivor Plus in there. And if we can survive next turn, the Vulnerable will wear off. Alright, we got it. Now we are no longer vulnerable. Just kidding, it refreshed the vulnerable. That's a thing that it does. Okay, so this is 14 damage plus 5 poison, thanks to Envenom. So that's 19. It's at 31 with 5 poison. So it's at 26. If we vulnerable, so we need to do 5 more damage. If we vulnerable, we can do that. This is not how I wanted to use this potion I bought, but I'm glad that I bought it. Exact kill. And we got an explosive potion. I'll take another leg sweep. It's a good card. We'll probably just heal at these campfires. Ooh, die. Okay, we're not playing Doppelganger this turn. We're not playing Choke this turn. So, Piercing Wail. Die for a bunch of damage. We could kill that. That actually increases the damage we take. We could deal 6 to everything. Or, so 12 total or 18 to 1. Let's do the damage here. We'll take 5. This thing will be at 15. Alright. Probably good to kill that this turn, but next turn it's probably just going to gain strength, actually. We do want to dodge and roll. I think it's okay to take the vulnerable here, so let's do that. Get some extra energy next turn. Take another 5. This is really saying rest at the campfire to me. Envenom, Venom and Survivor Plus, and Cloak and Dagger. I'm down to get an Envenom in play. Next turn we've got 2 leg sweeps. We'll play one of them. So we want to take 1 damage to play an Infinite Blades. Yes. I think 1 damage to help kill this thing, because it still has 52 health, and we gotta get through that. So let's do a leg sweep, a little bit of poison, and the shiv doesn't do anything. But maybe this turn it will. Okay. Flying knee, neutralize, and look at that, the shiv does something. Survivor. We could dodge and roll, or we for 4 block next turn, or we could get 1 extra card and 1 extra energy instead. That seems good to me. What would we draw that we care about? Not too much, right? If we backflip and cloak and dagger and poison stab, we can get through and reduce the plated armor a little more and apply some more poison. So that's a good reason to... Wait, we have 5 energy. Yeah, that's a good reason to do stuff. That's a good reason to do that. Can we just kill it this turn? Seems like it. Speed potion. Another backflip. I'm into it. Alright, let's heal. Speed potion will be nice for some rough turns. And now we get our strength. Alright. Anchor is really helping with our bad turn 1. Don't think we need to speed potion here. So we're being attacked for 16, 26, and we have 25 block. Let's get a poison stab out. No, we are no longer weak. We also no longer have anchor. But 2 of them are still weak, and we have a piercing wail. Seems good. This thing is gonna take 3 damage from thorns and 2 from poison, and another 1 from poison, but it is making us vulnerable. But we could kill, like, this one, or this one. I want to maximize our glass knife damage, so I'm going to take 2 more damage than I have to try and make sure that our future turns are pretty chillaxed. Okay, we got a die, a poison stab, and a cloak and dagger. Without checking, I'm just going to assume that is more than enough, because it is. Strike dummy is pretty useless, because we don't have any cards containing strike, you see. But no reason not to take it. We could get a Caltrops for extra bronze scales, a dagger spray for extra dagger spray that we already have, or we could not do that. We could get a grand finale for extra sadness. That seems ill-advised. We could upgrade and just do 2 upgrades in this elite, but I'd like to heal and do 2 elites. If it goes well, we can upgrade afterwards. The boot, not super inspiring. We do have a few shivs though. An infinite blades and a cloak and dagger and a blade dance. But we also have strength against tough enemies. But this helps us right now. And Sapphire Key will help us in Act 3, but not right now. We could choke, or we could try and get some poison going. We could try and draw more poison? Nah. Let's choke, neutralize, and... hey, the boot activated. And poison stab. Our thorns is going to help against Book of Stabbing here. So we've already dealt more than half its health, most of that coming from Preserved Insect. But as long as we keep it weak forever, I'm fine with taking 4 to deal 15 here. This is why we heal. So that we can make the bold plays. Backflip time. We could dodge and roll. We could also just do more leg sweeping, keep it weak. I'm fine with not drawing those future cards. Alright, starting to get a little spookier. So it's going to deal 25 damage. It's going to take 15. We have to kill it next turn, because it's just going to keep attacking real big. We have a glass knife to deal 28 damage. And it's going to take 15, so 43. So we just have to deal 17 damage. We can deal 17 damage while playing Cloak and Dagger. So this does 6 damage, this does 5 this turn and 4 next turn. Alright, so we take another 19, but we are through the fight. Glass Knife. Molten Egg. Upgrade any attacks we add, and we could add a Sucker Punch for extra weak. We have 2 leg sweeps and a Neutralize Plus. I didn't take a Dagger Throw. I'm wondering if I would take a Dagger Throw Plus just for the card draw and burst damage. Okay, we have a 27 card deck. We have 2, 4, 6 weak, and it takes us less than 6 turns to draw all of it, so we can keep enemies weak forever. As long as they don't have, you know, multiple enemies or artifact charges or whatever, but we have enough to keep a single enemy weak always. We are fighting the Collector, which is a multi-enemy fight. But the little ones don't attack for very much there. Dagger Throw could help kill the little ones quickly. Could help against Slavers, could help against Gremlin Leader. Later in the game, we'll kind of wish we didn't have it, but I think it'll help us get there. The block is nice. Draw me some poison. Or you know what? I could even just Doppelganger. This would deal 18, but this thing is going to heal 9 to both of them pretty easily in the future. Let's fully block because we can, and get some extra cards next turn. Alright, Mini Energy and Venom. Keep it weak. And get some block next turn. Decent turn. A little worried what they might do next with that 8 strength, but it's not too bad. We can deal with that kind of thing around here. So this is 6 damage and 3 poison. But each of these is 1 poison, so 8 damage and 2 poison? Sorry, 10 damage and 2 poison. These cards kind of suck. Alright, those aren't the ones we necessarily wanted to discard, so our hand next turn is just going to be Aggression. This thing is getting healed, so we'll see if we have the damage to destroy it or not. 24. Well, we're playing it regardless. Yeah, it should be no trouble. This does 9. So we have to play both of them. Alright, well we get the extra energy next turn. And now we just gotta deal with this thing, with its plus 8 strength. Yikes. So we're gonna get kinda hit here, huh? Kinda hit a lot here, huh? Dealt more damage to us than most of the elites we fought, huh? Dash Plus or Noxious Fumes? I don't think we need the Noxious Fumes when we've gotten a Venom and a bunch of small attacks. I think we might need... It's kind of a shame to take a Dash Plus in Act 2, but I think we need it just as a 2 energy block card. I still think we can beat this elite. $20 damage, 28. We could Envenom, Glass Knife, and Dagger Throw. That deals 30 damage, plus 3 poison. That won't kill it. We could Speed Potion, Cloak and Dagger, Dodge and Roll. That would block for 20, so then we'd be blocked for 30. We're getting attacked for 34. And we could play a Glass Knife on that one. We could also use both potions. Gets us 1 extra Shiv and a little extra block. I would love to Envenom here, but I think Glass Knife is important. You know, I could have gone Upgrade Potion, Cloak of Dagger. I could have played an attack instead of a dodge and roll, and it would have blocked for more. That's my bad. But we do get 11 block next turn. And we only took 2. So I don't think we're playing Choke here. So these deal 6 each, plus 10, so 22 damage, so we can kill that. And therefore we should. Alright, we used both our potions, but we are getting through this fight, looks like pretty safely. No need to take any more damage. Let's just get the poison, get the thorns damage, and dash it out. Centennial Puzzle, Dupe Potion, and a Cloak and Dagger Plus? Seems good with the things we're doing. Definitely would like to shop, would also definitely like to heal, but we could die to a hallway fight with 14 health. And if we heal here, we can upgrade there. What would we upgrade? Maybe Envenom, so that we can play it better, or maybe a Leg Sweep. I think we have to get Envenom in play, and I think we often struggle to get it in play at 2 energy when we only have 3 energy. We might even Duplication Potion our Envenom. There will be shops later. Let's make sure we don't die to a hallway fight, huh? It's going to be hard to get through those artifact charges, that's for sure. And Venom will not help with that. I think just Envenom and Dagger Spray gets the artifact charge off that. So we Cloak and Dagger, Dodge and Roll, and Glass Knife. That's 24 plus 4, so we're not going to kill that. 24 plus 8 will kill that. So then we Cloak and Dagger as our last card. Kill it. And Shiv. Now we just got to deal with some big attacks here, but we get our Centennial Puzzle. We need more block than this. Yeah, that Frail sucks. So we'll take another 11, work through those artifact charges. Alright. Poison Stab, dash? Or we could just focus on killing it with poison. I think that's probably wiser. It's going to take a while to get through the block. Alright, we just gotta live. That seems difficult. Uh-oh. If we duplicate this, it's 8 block, which does not save us. If we duplicate this, it's 6 poison, which does not save us. Oh well, it was a good try. A good try indeed. Another good, interesting Panda box. I'm enjoying trying out Panda box. Gives us some fun stuff. Alright, thanks for watching.